Thank you so much for being here. You may be wondering why we're here, and I'm excited to tell you. So many of you have heard me say in some of the onboarding sessions, the Trade Desk was born in this house. The majority of you have never been to Ventura, but I just want you to know that a part of our success is because we came from here. We can stay focused, and at times, while we thought early on it was a disadvantage, it has definitely been an advantage. And it's been a big part of our culture and what has fed our culture. So I'm so glad that we were able to start there and also go on this unbelievable journey. I do think it's also part of the reason why people didn't expect much from us. We raised $7 million when our competitors were raising hundreds. And many people didn't even consider us as a part of the DSP race. There have been many times that we have changed the entire market, despite the fact that people didn't expect much of us. So whether it's the IPO or UID or UID2 or what we're currently underway to do at Kokai, we have moved the market again and again. And I think we have an opportunity to do it again. And this is one of our biggest moves yet. It's in large part because CTV advertising has a serious supply chain problem. And it's because of the pressures that are happening that we want to make certain get out of the way so that it thrives. Content costs keep going up, partly because the content is amazing. OEM margins are going down. If you don't know this, television sets, the margins that they make on them have been going to zero and even below zero for many years. Advertiser CPMs are also up. So the cost of an ad has also gone up, especially in the premium content, which, as you all know, is the part of the open internet that we focus on most. And then the content owner number of ads have gone down. And while right now the ecosystem is healthy enough, it is fragile. Whether you're trying to sell televisions or whether you're making content or whether you're showing ads on those or whether you're just a consumer trying to find the content that you love and don't want to pay too much for it, all of those pressures keep getting a bit worse. So there is an opportunity for us to change the game. That's what we're really trying to solve. It's an unfair game, and we want to make it fair. And I do want to underscore that while we're talking about the benefits to every part of the supply chain with the product that we're going to release today, our advertisers have always been our primary client, meaning the buy-side advertisers and agencies. They've always been our primary client. They will always be our primary client. This does not represent a change in strategy. This does not represent a distraction. This represents an expansion of the things that we were always trying to do. What we decided to do in that playroom in 2009 is the exact same thing that we're doing today. We just have the opportunity to move the market in a much bigger way than we have before. This product has been 3 years in the making, but we've been doing it in secret. And this is a major life event for the Trade Desk. I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps right now. Ventura is an innovative new streaming operating system that represents the most significant upgrade for advertisers, content owners, viewers, OEMs, and any companies that offer content. Ventura will usher in the most advanced CTV advertising ecosystem ever by creating the most advanced operating system. Before I go into how this benefits everybody, we're building a streaming operating system, and you can think of it like you take a TV and you move it into kiosk mode, where you say, hey, let's let something else take over. And the reason why I frame it that way is that we're not trying to control the RBG on the screen, the colors. We're not trying to control the audio. The people that build the TVs, they do that. We are also not going to be a hardware company. We're not good at building hardware. We have no history of building hardware. But we are very good at building software, and we're also even better at building advertising products. So first, we are doing this to make sure that there is a fair market. And every time we say something like this, sometimes we get a little bit of like, no, but really, why are you doing this? And this really is the answer. We are trying to make certain that there is a fair market. The only way that this golden era of television continues is if advertising thrives. And advertising built into an operating system is the way that we get there. So if you're a company that wants to focus on content, or one of the best content companies in the history of the world like Disney, you're really looking for somebody to change the game. They understand this is about supply chain. This is about making certain that the people in the middle add as much value as possible, so the people on the edges either keep as much of their dollar as possible and put that to work, or put that towards content. And that's the ecosystem that we're looking for. The MVPDs, who handle distribution in linear television, which are multi-channel video distribution companies, they, in a lot of ways, offered more value because you put together a bundle and then you would say, oh, here at DirecTV, you can get a $39.95 package and it comes with all this content, and they would promote the content so that you would sign up for that package. Well, now in the OS world, you don't really promote the content other than your own, because all the OSs have their own content. So they promote their own content, but they charge as much or more than what the MVPDs did. We keep hearing again and again that the ecosystem wants us in the game because it is very clear to them that this will create a more efficient supply chain. The OEMs, as I mentioned, when they're selling that in retail, are not making money today. And the business model that most of them are looking for is something that doesn't increase the cost of the television in the showroom. And I think it represents a huge opportunity for us to come to them with a business model, a framework for them to do very well. So you can think of this as we're giving them an operating system that they customize that also comes with an ad business. And part of the way that we can help is that we can partner with them in the same way that we have with content owners and others, which is to say from the very beginning, we are in it for the advertiser. But by you knowing who we represent and representing the largest source of demand in the CTV ecosystem, we think we can help you find a brighter future than the one you have right now, which is margins either approaching zero or past them already. So you can do all of this for everybody, but if you're not helping the consumer with discovery or solving the biggest problems that the OSs represent today, and I believe the single biggest problem that they represent for consumers is discovery. The second biggest problem is cost, where it is extremely expensive for consumers to pay for all of this content. And so they want an ad-funded opportunity that gives them as few ads as possible that are as relevant as possible. The way to solve both of those is through something like the Trade Desk, where you have objectivity at the core of it, and then you have personalization that links advertising personalization with content personalization. This has been 3 years in the making with over 100 Trade Deskers. I'm just so excited about what this represents for all of us, to not just make advertising better, but to make the television ecosystem better. And what this means for content and just how this will affect the lives of us and the entire world. And incidentally, success for us is not us owning the market. It's us changing it.